Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done an update. There's PP over there, Domino's over there somewhere. Let me know if you see her. Domino, where are you? She's over there somewhere. Um, so I recorded a whole video. Hi, PP. I recorded a whole video talking about their visit to the vet and everything. But now there's been a little bit of time, I want to go over all that stuff a bit more concise and with the quote unquote end result. So basically, I took BB to the vet to get him a checkup, and with the whole diarrhea thing, uh, within the 3 days or 4 days prior to his vet appointment, day 1 and 2 he had diarrhea, and day 2 and 3 didn't have diarrhea, and day 5 was his appointment. That's the order of that. And so his diarrhea was doing its fluctuating thing where it would happen for a couple days, stop for a couple days, happen for a couple days, and all throughout that I was eliminating what it potentially could be. So it was like, okay, treats. Did he have it? Yes. Remove the treats. Did he have it? Yes. Okay, so it wasn't those treats. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I got some burps. Arugula, have it, yes. Remove it, have it, yes. No, yes, kind of thing. So I was going through the entire playbook of what I had and what I had been giving them and what I could try to give them and whatever, yada yada. So bring him to the vet. I explain all this stuff. She does like a physical exam, no x-rays or anything like that, but she checks his ears, checks his eyes, feels him up, and just goes over everything. And his ears are good. She didn't feel anything weird while feeling him up. She said his eyes are going a little bit, like, degrading a little bit, but no cataracts or anything like that. Just general aging, so nothing to worry about there. So he can still see and everything. It's just like his eyes are getting a little bit worse as he gets older, which I don't like. I think not an animal not being able to see is the saddest fucking thing. And so basically they prescribed me two medications for him. I keep saying them, for just BB. And one of them was an anti-inflammatory, the other was an antibiotic, and I had already been giving them probiotics in a powder form, mixed in with their food. So I bring him back, and for a couple of days I was giving him both medications twice a day. And the issue with that was he was fighting me tooth and nail every time. He scratched me a couple times. Every time I was trying to hold him, he's trying to bite me. He does not like taking medicine. He does not care much for being picked up or held. Most bunnies don't, but sometimes you can train them to be fine with it, but they both have an issue with being interacted with in that way. So I but the diarrhea had stopped, and it had been stopped for like 3 days at that point. But then the issue was they had stopped eating their pellets. Now, prior to this, I got them pellets as a temporary thing while I was trying to get them their actual pellets that they liked, and they didn't like the substitutes. So then I got them the ones they liked, they ate it, and then I had to get them substitute again, so I got them a different one. I was like, oh, we'll see if they like this. They did not care for it at all. And then while waiting, I was like, well, they have to have their dinner and their breakfast. So I got them another thing of pellets, which they still refused to eat. So that's 3 bags of pellets they refused to eat. They're like, okay, well, fuck me. I guess I'll just figure it out. So I get their actual pellets that they like, and they refuse to eat them. There he goes. He knows I'm talking about him. He knows that I wasted money for food that they refuse to eat. So that's like 3 or 4 bags of pellets that they just don't want to eat. So that's like 40 bucks wasted. And I don't, you can see the bags up there. Like, there's that one, there's one behind it, there's one in the container that's in there, and then there's their other pellets, and then the green one in the front is like the cheap Walmart mix that they actually now are nibbling at some stuff from. So at least they're having a little bit of something, but now they basically both decided that they just don't want pellets like anymore. Even though, look at him go, he's going fast. Good, get in that litter box, eat some hay. And I got extremely worried. So what I did, because for both of them to drop the pellets, if BB did, that's one thing, because he's getting stressed, he's getting frustrated with me. But for Domino to also stop eating the pellets, I think she was doing it in solidarity with him. But I was like, what the hell's happening? Why are you guys doing this to me? So I stopped giving him the medication. because I thought, well, maybe that's just making him not feel well, because it could be something like that. So maybe he's not eating the pellets because he's not feeling well, and Domino's feeding off of his stress, and so she's not eating it. So I stopped the medications, and it's been, I don't know, 5 days maybe since I stopped the medication, and he's still not going for it. He's still not caring for the pellets, neither is Domino. So I'm like, well, great. I'm at a freaking loss because they've just suddenly stopped wanting pellets. So now what do I do for like breakfast and dinner? And I know they're supposed to 80% of their diet is hay, so I do still have their hay, but they're like eating less hay as well. They're being very, very, very picky, both of them, out of nowhere. They're being extremely picky. So what I'm doing is basically just getting them some like spring leaf dark greens mix from the store, and I'm giving them a handful of that for breakfast and dinner, because at least that's going to give them their vitamin C and some of their nutrients and fibers, and then the hay will be the rest of that. And as long as they're eating hay and drinking water, then everything else is just whatever, but they need to be doing those two things. So I've been literally like losing my mind with stress, getting fucking gray hairs on my face basically, with them not eating and not drinking properly, because I didn't see BB like drink water like ever. I was home all day on Monday, and I would keep coming upstairs and from my office, which is downstairs in the basement, and I would keep coming upstairs and checking on them, and I would only ever see BB just laying down. He was never up and getting water, eating hay, so I'm like freaking out, because if a bunny's doing that, they could just like die. But the appointment cost me like $250 for the vet, so I'm like, I can't fucking bring him back to the vet again, because that'll cost me a fortune to get x-rays, plus over an hour drive in my car that has a broken exhaust, so it sounds like a motorcycle driving. It's really not good. And that's just more stress for him to be in the car, so I realize I'm just aiming at nothing, but I'm just kind of talking to you guys. So I was just like, I don't really know what to do about it. So I've just been kind of watching them, just observing them very closely. And let me show you. So I got them this senior rabbit pellet, and it's like small ones. They don't like small ones. They stopped liking small ones, and they only moved to these big ones. They like these big ones, and that's what they've been eating up until I took BB to the vet. Like they were still eating their pellets, and then when I took him to the vet, they both decided, fuck pellets. And fuck you too, is what they just decided after I got him home from the vet. So now the only thing that they're nibbling on is they're picking and choosing from this. The only thing I can give them. And they will nibble on some things from it. I know that's not the best. I know there's things in there they probably shouldn't be eating, but they need to eat. And, hay is fine too. Obviously, hay is the best thing for them. But again, they're being super picky with the hay. So my whole confusion is like, well, why are you guys being so picky? If BB was being picky, that's one thing. But why is Domino also being picky now? Why did they both suddenly shift? And I don't know. I don't have an answer. But they both are acting relatively normal. So I don't know what's going on. Either way, that's kind of what's been going on there. And the other night, I was sitting right there on the corner, just kind of like leaning over the edge, looking at both of them as they were down there. And I had been so worried about BB because I hadn't seen him like drink water. I'm like, please drink some water. Why aren't you drinking water? Why am I not seeing you drink water, I should say? And then he hobbles over and he takes a couple sips. And I'm not joking. I swear to God, I cried a little. I got so relieved. I actually shed a few tears and just started petting him like, thank you for drinking some water. You're okay. And that's all I could ask for, is that you're drinking water and eating your hay at the very least. And I confirmed that he did both. Less than usual, but he's doing both. So I think at this time right now, he's still just stressed and mad at me for all the times I've had to pick him up and hold him in place while I tried to feed him his medication. And he probably didn't feel great from the medication. He probably hated how it made him feel. So he's probably just an overall combined, stressed, upset at me, and probably anxious himself. Because every time I'd have to not really chase him, but I'd have to follow him and try to pick him up. So that was getting him to be a little bit distrusting of me. So I think all that combined is just making him a bit wonky. And if I give him enough time, he should come back to normal. I don't know about the pellets. I don't think they're really going to go back to the pellets. Because they just both decided they don't fucking want them anymore. So, waste of money, but I'll try to see if I can donate them to like a humane society or animal shelter or something like that. It's the best I can do, because obviously I can't return them. I can't do anything else with them, so. But that is a general update on BB and how he's doing. He hasn't had diarrhea in like over a week, so that problem seems pretty much solved. Now the newest problem is just making sure he's eating and drinking. But he seems okay otherwise. I don't know, man. They're getting old, and this whole thing has been such a scare for me, and even though nothing was like immediately wrong besides him pooping and stuff, it's not like he was acting and twitching and being weird and disturbing or whatever. It was just like worried because they're both up there in age. They both just turned 8 years old, and I'm not prepared for the day that one of them goes and then the other will likely follow out of a broken heart. That's what my rats did. When my rat Tia passed away, when my rat Kalulu passed away, Tia didn't last a week. She gave up. She completely gave up. So, and she died on my lap, in my hands. So, I don't need that to happen, and I don't have the strength to deal with that. Where'd you guys go? Oh, you're both over there, okay. Yeah, I don't have the mental fortitude to be able to endure something as tragic and traumatic as that. So, oh, Domino. Where'd BB go? Where'd BB go? BB, where'd he go? He's hiding. He's hiding. BB. No, but like, for real, where'd he go? He fucking disappeared. He went this way and I don't know where he is. Are you in here? He's not in there. Domino, where's your brother? Okay. What the heck? Domino, where'd your brother go? Oh, okay, he's in there. I forgot, he likes to go in the fucking... Oh, he likes to go in the condo now. That's another weird thing. He never goes in the condo unless he's chasing Domino and playing with her. But now he's hanging out in the condo. And that's another thing that worries me. His general, typical behavior has shifted a little bit. He's just acting different. And again, I think a lot of it is coming now from just being wary of me. Even though I'm all good to him. I don't chase him. I don't pin him down. I've had to like forcibly pick him up to try to give him his medicine, of course. But like, not rough with him or anything like that. And I don't yell at him. I don't mistreat him in any way. But, he freaked me out there for a minute. I'm like, oh, hi, Coconut. Hi, Coconut. Hi, Cupcake. And there's your brother hanging out in there. He never comes out. I gotta clean this whole thing. This thing weighs like 50 pounds. I gotta clean it out. Anyway, sorry about all that. There's an update for you.